Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Luisa and in today's video I'm gonna read you my personal statement. I'm Luisa from the future because I actually recorded this in January, but then something came up and I couldn't post it before the deadline. The deadline for UK university passed this year, but I hope it can be helpful if you're applying next year, if you just want to review your personal statement or just see if you can get in the same university I did, because I got in with this personal statement in the University of St Andrews, University of Bristol, Edinburgh, Napier University, IT University of Copenhagen. So yeah, you might read it and say, yeah, my personal statement is as strong as yours, or maybe I can also get in. I just know. I think it can be helpful because I really wanted to read other personal statements before doing mine, after I did mine. So that's why I'm sharing it. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you're enjoying this kind of content. And let me know if you want any other video about my applying to study abroad experience. Because I applied, of course, in the Netherlands. I'm studying in the Netherlands, so I'm planning on doing a video about that. Also applied to university in Denmark, here in the UK, so let me know if you want an in-depth video about that. But yeah, without further ado, let's go. So, first thing first, if you don't know what a personal statement is, it's a written document that highlights your academic background, relevant experience, or your future goal, and is a really important step, especially in UK universities admission, to show the admission committee why you are a strong candidate for that course. And the emphasis on the course, like you need to show why do you care about the course, why do you want to do the course, how you spend your free time learning more about the course, and what do you want to do with the things you learn in the bachelor, and how you're gonna apply them in the future. First, I want to share some tips. I think they're really useful. The first thing you need to do is to brainstorm and just take pen and paper, think about your experience, your achievements, and your goals. And then one really important thing is that you have to find a way to connect all your experiences to something related to the course. So don't worry if they're not really relevant to the field, but focus on the first soft skills you've developed that can be relevant in the field you're applying to. In fact, this is one of the tips. Just remember that there's always like a connection between the thing you're doing in your life and the course you're applying to. You just have to find a link, and I'm going to show you some examples when I read my personal statement. Then I have show them, don't tell them. You don't need to tell them I'm a motivated student, I'm a self-starter, self-learner, or stuff like that. You just show them with your experience. Like when you tell them that, like for me, example, I started out my small business when I was 17. They're gonna see that you are a self-starter, you know. You don't need to tell them. Make sure you include your intention for the future. So why do you want to study that program? Like how do you want to apply it in the future? In what field and stuff like that, what problems do you want to solve? And then remember that for UK university you have 400 characters, but make sure to check the official university website for more info. And biggest tip is just to start writing. Even if you don't know how to start it, maybe start writing the first paragraph of the second paragraph or the closing, but just start writing. Because I remember for me, my opening was really like, I didn't know how to start it, and so I just kept procrastinating when I could have just written the second paragraph, and that's what I actually did. I started with the second paragraph and then I built my opening from there. And if you don't know how to start, look for examples online, and just writing something, your opening will come to you, and you're gonna write a lot of drafts, don't worry. And that's why I'm sharing my personal statement, because I really wanted to like look at examples before starting mine, so I hope it is useful. Also, disclaimer I wanted to say too is that my personal statement I've written all of my own, in the sense that there wasn't a teacher helping me, because there wasn't the support in Italy for that. It was reviewed by an English teacher. The English should be right. It got me into this uni, so it's good enough, you know. But like I did have to research the whole process on my own, like how do you write a personal statement, what paragraph do you have to include, what the admissions committee wants to hear. So yeah, it might be not the best, but it was the best I could do 1 year ago, actually. Like I think like exactly a year ago, which is gonna be interesting to reread. And also that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this video, because I think the deadline this year is on the 24th. Yeah, I hope this is maybe helps you like reviewing yours, or if you haven't started, just start, and I hope this helps you. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with my personal statement. Let's read mine. So I'm gonna go through it, and then I'm gonna explain to you why I decided to write what I decided to write. My three major interests and passions are computer science, sustainability, and videography, and I believe there is a creative fusion between all these disciplines. So I wanted to use the same personal statement to apply to different courses. That's why this is more general, and in fact I did change every time the course name and the paragraph for the course for that particular course. But yeah, this is essentially reviewing all my personal interests, and then I'm gonna break those down later in each paragraph. And I'm also gonna talk about my current academic studies, and then later, what I did, how is it relevant to the course, and how I'm gonna want to use it in the future. But yeah, without further ado, let's keep reading. Computer science has quite naturally come to be one of my chosen bachelor programs because I want to be at the forefront of the battle against climate change. It is important to be able to analyze problems and work out solutions, as well as program this solution and ensure that these ideas are effective and sustainable for ourselves and our planet. So yeah, like a big theme of my personal statement was computer science and sustainability, and how those two are interconnected and how we can use them to find solutions. But yeah, essentially that, because those were my main interest at the time. If you didn't know, like, this YouTube channel started being like how to live sustainably as a teenager kind of channel, because I was really interested in that, and well, it evolved and it grew with me as everyone grows and have different interests, and I realized that I'm just a small person and we need more of a global change to be more impactful. But yeah, I digress. Let's keep going with the personal statement. My studies mainly focus on math, science, physics, and computer science. I chose a scientific high school primarily because I was fascinated by the world of programming, and then I soon realized that it could help me actualize my projects and ideas. So yeah, I did a scientific high school in Italy. I'm talking like about my studies in high school, and you at 14 get to choose what kind of subjects you want to specialize on, but essentially you still do all of them, and I'm going to talk about that later. But yeah, that's telling me about my academic background. I therefore got involved in the opportunities offered by my school by taking part in extracurricular courses about website development, HTML, JavaScript, and app development. Here you need to show that like you are interested enough to in your course by like talking to them what you do in your free time and how you spend your free time, and like it shows that you're interested in the course because in your free time you take more stuff about that. Last year I took part in the Code Week EU hackathon, which allowed me to get an insight into the business side of the tech world. I found myself working under pressure, juggling with my team, designing, coding, business planning, and pitching. It also allowed me to attend workshops about Figma, GitHub, and JavaScript, again showing them how in my free time I was so interested that I took on experiences that helped me develop these soft skills that are a soft skill like working under pressure, and like other skills and taking courses. Alongside my scientific study during these past 5 years, I also learned about history, philosophy, and art, which expanded the way I look at problem solving, making me understand how intersectionality can be inserted in climate solution. And this is me like showing them I'm a problem solver, and I also wanted to talk about the fact that I didn't only learn science stuff, because I spent a lot of time also on these other subjects, and I wanted to show them that I'm a well-rounded student. My passage for sustainability started 14 years old after facing the horrible consequences of the climate crisis on other people and in my own home. After seeing how Italy's heat wave affected the health of my uncle, who suffered from Down syndrome, I wanted to learn more about it. So I started reading a book called La Natura Geniale, The Ingenious Nature, by Barbara Mazzolai. It made me see how understanding nature can help us save the world by applying it to robotics and computer science. So here I'm sharing a little bit about my experience. If you didn't know, the reason I got into sustainability when I realized that the heat waves were affecting my uncle, who has Down syndrome and suffers from low blood pressure. So like there was a summer that he kept fainting and he couldn't really go out, and that's what I made the link between how the climate crisis actually affected me in my own home, which sometimes we can close our eyes and don't see the people that are already suffering, but like that episode like opened my eyes in the sense that I realized it was happening also in my own home. And the climate crisis can affect people in a way you wouldn't expect. And then they're also really interested about what you're reading, and I really liked this book. It was about studying the way plants behave, and then how we can apply to robotics, like because plants sometimes are really efficient, and how this can be applied to robotics and computer science to make them efficient. Then again, I didn't stop there. I went on learning, and the more I learned, the more I wanted to do something about it in my own town. Therefore, I started as a business regarding sustainable fashion. I taught myself how to sew and started upcycling second-hand clothes into trendy accessories and then market them on social media. This project required a lot of skill, efficient solutions for production, communication skills for marketing, organization skills to keep my school grades at the highest, while doing this on the side. Here I shared about, if you didn't know, I had a small business for a while, but I shared about my experience there and the soft skills that I learned from that, this is what I was telling you before, like you have to make it, every experience you have, and make it related to maybe soft skills that are relevant in the field. And like the soft skills, like I feel like are the base for everything. So like you can always learn new technologies, you could always learn how to code in different languages, but like the soft skills, if you learn those, then you can adapt easily to anything. Still, I felt like there was so much information out there that teenagers didn't know about it, and I want to share my knowledge with others. For this reason, I started a YouTube channel to combine my passion for videography and to inspire teens just like me to learn and do something about it. I take pride in the international network and community I'm building thanks to my YouTube channel, and I believe that the leaderships and storytelling skills I have developed from YouTube and being a girl of my school will give me the confidence to integrate myself or establish myself in every environment and engage in groups to find a solution to real world problems. And yes, they also want to know how you're going to integrate yourself in the uni environment. That's why I included this. But yeah, and again, I took my experience with my YouTube channel and I talked about the skills I built through that. So leadership, storytelling, which also leadership is because I was head girl in my high school, which I'm going to talk about later. So in my spare time, I like helping others by volunteering as a tutor for my classmates and taking care of my uncle when my parents are working. This has helped me understand complex personal issues and further enhance my communication skills. Again, what I told you earlier, like skills that can be applied to anything. And didn't have a lot of experience related to computer science, but like I feel like this is still good. And as previously mentioned, I'm the head girl of my school, but before that I was student representative of my class, and while I was doing that I developed leadership and organizational skills as well as the confidence that led me to run as head girl this year. So yeah, there's different hierarchy to being head girl like in Italy, and like you can be also student representative of your class, and I was that my fourth year, and then my last year I was head girl. And yeah, I wanted just to talk about leadership skills again and organizational skills. And of course, the last experience I have to mention was competitive swimming. As someone who's practiced competitive swimming in the past, I know how to make myself perform under a lot of pressure, how to work hard and be disciplined. And I'm confident that by studying computer science, I will get the knowledge I need to actualize solutions to the climate crisis. This is my personal statement. This is essentially me telling them, look, I've had this experience, I've built these skills, and I am interested in the field. I took time outside in my free time to explore some subjects, but I want to go more deep into them. That's why I'm applying to this course, and thanks to this course, this is what I want to do. I want to use computer science to find solutions to the climate crisis. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you want me to do more videos about the UK application process, the initial universal application process, because this is what the motivational letter I use also for the IT University of Copenhagen, which I got in. So if you want more tips, I can dig up my old journals and I can find, because I've written everything. Like I can just reread them and see how the experience was and what I learned from them. And if you find this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!